Here is a tour of my basement thrift store listening room, audio system tour. Start out with the amps. Right now I'm using this Harman Kardon AVR20 as my main amp and input switching system. Again, this one cost me $15 from Goodwill. Originally from 2002, cost $550. The main reason I like this amp is it has real pots here behind the volume control and the other controls rather than just an electronic switch. Now I use the tape output of that to go to my tube amp here, which is I salvaged out of a 1964 Conn organ and converted it to stereo use. So that cost me $10 for the whole organ. Then a little bit extra for the parts, that I had to add to make it work correctly. Okay, for input sources, I have this nice 1965 vintage dual 1019 turntable, which I've restored. The only real money I put into that was I got a new Ortofon 2M red cartridge for it. Sounds great. I use this thing a couple hours at least every day. Next to that I've got a CD player. It's a changer, 6-disc changer. I forgot what I paid for that, but not much, probably 10-15 bucks at the most. That was also from Goodwill. Here's something I didn't buy from Goodwill. This I actually bought brand new back in 1978. It's part of my original stereo collection. It's my cassette, the Kai cassette player, model CS707D. And I guess I forgot to tell you that I got that for free. That was a gift from a stereo store that had taken it in from a customer and didn't want to deal with it, so they gave that to me along with this. This is a Teac A4010S open reel tape recorder. I had to do quite a bit of restoration to that, but got it for free. It's from 1967. Original cost was 500 bucks, which is equivalent to about $4,000 today. So that is working and sounding great. It's amazing how good those big open reel tape machines can sound. And this is just sitting next to my electronics workbench, which is just right here. So for the most part, I'm sitting here working on electronics while listening to music. But I also have a little listening chair right here if I don't want to be doing anything, just want to read a book or whatever, have some coffee. So that's what this is for. And that chair's nothing special, just the extra chair that was up in the living room that we weren't using, so I dragged it down here to the basement. It's facing the speakers. Now these are not the speakers that we're using, of course. This is an old pair of Boston Acoustics A70s that I had working for a while and was using. Great little bookshelf speakers that I got for free from a niece. But the tweeter went out on one of them, so now this one's become an ottoman, and that one's become my little side table. And the speakers that I'm using are over here, hanging from the ceiling. Got two sets up right now. I've got a set of Advent Legacies that I restored years ago. That I got from free, actually, from a family member. My father-in-law had passed away and inherited those. And then these guys are Paradigm Model 9 SE speakers. When I was out in Arizona, I went to a thrift store, it was a Goodwill, and picked up 3 pairs of those. 2 pairs of the 9 SE and 1 pair of the Tower 11 SEs. All needed a little bit of minor repair, but they sound great. And those are basically about $10 a piece, a pair for those speakers. So free, just had to refoam the woofer, and $10, and just had to re-glue the surround on the woofers. So that's it. That's my little audio room in the basement. Very low budget, but has a great sound. You don't have to spend too much money to set yourself up a very nice listening room.